Hi, this is Diana Antholis, and today we're going to do a 10-minute yoga flow to release tension in your lower back, ending with assisted bridge pose. Try to have a block, a bolster, a pillow, or a rolled up yoga mat to go under your lower back. Start in child's pose, your butt to your heels. Your knees are spread wide, your arms are straight out in front of you, and your forehead is to the mat. Take 10 deep breaths here, inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the nose. Today's short practice will be some yoga poses to strengthen and stretch your lower back. Inhale and exhale. Start to move your hands over to your right side. Settle into a good position here and take 3 breaths. Inhale through the nose, exhale through the nose. Walk your hands back to center and then walk them over to the left side, getting into a nice side position to stretch your lower back. And take 3 deep breaths in here, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the nose. Come back to center and slowly move your hands into an extended Cobra pose. So you're stretching your back and then looking up, and then come back into child's pose. Again, reach forward, look up, and come back into child's pose. And extend and look up, and come back into child's pose. From here, we'll do some cat and cow. So drop your belly to the ground, look up, and then reach your upper back towards the sky. Look down. Inhale when you look up, and exhale when you look down. Inhale, look up, and exhale, look down. From here, start doing hip circles. You can move your hips in any direction you wish. Feel any kind of aches or cracks come out of your lower back. Switch directions. And come back to your hands and knees. Lengthen your left leg out and just start pushing into your foot. And cross your left leg over your right. And then look to that foot. If you've done my pregnancy videos, you know this is my favorite exercise for your back. You can do this at any time. You should feel a really nice release. Come back to center, lengthen your right leg out, press back on your heels, and cross over your left leg and look to that foot. Hold the stretch here and then come back to center. Slowly bring yourself up into downward facing dog. Bend your knees. Keep your knees bent because chances are if you have lower back pain, your hamstrings are really tight. So from here, I'm just bending my knees and straightening, bending and straightening, and then you can pedal out each knee one by one. Tight hamstrings can really cause some tension in your lower back, so it's important to stretch your legs as much as you can. Slowly come forward, bring your right foot forward and then your left. Come to a flat back. Hands are on your shins and then reach all the way up to the sky. Hands come down to heart center and forward fold. You want to make sure your weight comes equally through your whole foot. You don't want to put too much weight on your heels. You don't want to put too much weight on the balls of your feet. So just start to take some of that weight from your heels and move it into the balls of your feet. Hang here. You can grab onto your elbows. You can just hang, rock side to side, whatever feels good for you. And then you put your hands back on your shins, come to a flat back. Inhale, arms come up overhead. And exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, hands up, reach and come down, forward fold. Same thing, you can hold on to your elbows, you can just hang here, you can sway side to side. You can bend your knees, anything that's going to help your lower back here. Bring your hands to your shins, flat back, and come all the way up, arms up overhead. Inhale, and exhale, hands to heart center. Arms reach up, inhale, and exhale, come all the way down into forward fold. Hang here, release, breathe. Inhale through your nose, exhale through your nose. Bring your hands down to the ground, step back into a plank pose. Bring your knees to the ground and lower yourself all the way to your belly. Here we'll do some baby cobras. So put your hands by your chest and slowly reach up. Try to lift your chest up off the ground. There are a few options I'm giving you here. You can just slowly look up very gently, or you can keep going and going and going until it feels right for you. Don't overextend here. We're putting some tension on the lower back to strengthen it. So just do what feels right to you. Then I move into sphinx pose. Your elbows and your shoulders are in alignment, and then try to pretend like you're gripping the floor and pushing yourself forward, meaning that you're extending your spine, creating space. Bring your hands back to your chest, lift up on your knees, and come into child's pose, releasing any tension that may have been caused in your lower back. From here, lift back up to your hands and knees and grab your blocks or your foam roller, your rolled up mat, a towel, a pillow, anything that you can place underneath your lower back. So come to a seated position and then lay all the way down on your back, keeping your knees bent. This is the position for bridge pose. So we're going to do a quick little bridge pose. Make sure your fingers can touch your heels. And then tuck your pelvis in and lift it up to the sky, just as far as you can go. Try to release any tension in your butt. Try not to squeeze your butt. And then bring the block underneath your lower back. Here I have it on the lowest setting it can be. If that feels good for you, stay right there. Release into the block. If you feel like you can go a bit higher, move the block to its next level, making sure that the block or the pillow is directly under your lower back. You don't want to cause any unnecessary tension there. This should feel amazing because you're using the block to take any stress from lifting up. If you think you can even go higher, come up to your tippy toes and then reach your hips up to the sky and take that block on its highest level, making sure it's right underneath your lower back, and release here. So please do be aware of how your body's feeling today. Every body is different, and every body is different all throughout the day. Make sure you're breathing, inhaling through your nose, exhaling through your nose, and letting yourself feel the release. When you're ready to come out of this pose, slowly bring the blocks down to the lower levels if you are at a high level. Let your back release a little bit more into the block at the lower level. And then you can bring the block out, put it to the side, and let your back release into the mat. And bring your knees to your chest, rock back and forth, make little circles with your lower back, whatever feels good for you. Your body will naturally move the way it wants to. And then you can bring your legs all the way down, arms spread out into Shavasana, making sure your shoulders are pressed into the ground and that you feel yourself becoming one, melting into the ground. Stay here for as long as you'd like. Namaste. Subscribe to be notified of new videos and head to my website, dianaantholis.com, for more videos, my 2 books, mantras, and more.